What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah.
Ja, van Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Do live reactions. That must be a video that people do. Hey, live reaction videos. That's the brand new intro that was filmed yesterday. Thank you to Von Trask, who was in the house from 9/11 Turbo. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Thank you so much for that. Wow. You guys weren't kidding. That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And for him to just come in for a couple minutes and make that happen, that's the magic of Von Trask. From 9/11 Turbo. Happy Thursday to you. Welcome to your show. My name is Gary. And before we get to anything else, we got to check in with the grand reopening of my man, Ron Carson and Carson's Q. They got one more hour to go, I believe. We're going to bring him in right now and get updated on everything that is going on. So we will be taking you to Unit B at 3207 Miller Avenue. Let's say hi to our man, Ron. How you doing, buddy?
How is it going?
Man, did you see that intro?
That was spectacular.
Right?
What time is it?
Your show time. Time to
Yes,
talk
it
some
is.
stuff.
It is for sure. What's up?
Man, I'm doing so good. I see we're already giving away our guest coming up here right after you. So you are not Jeff Peterson. You are Ron Carson from Carson's Q. And you are both two of the most beautiful men I've ever met in my life. Dude, how's the day going over there? What's cracking? Lots of meat getting slung or what?
Lots of meat entering lots of people's mouths today.
Man, this is good. That's what barbecue's all about. If I know anything, that is what's happening. What's on the menu as people get set to head home for the day? And again, make sure you stop by the grand reopening of Carson's Q over on Miller Ave. Give us a little visual of what you're serving for everyone on their way home today.
Well, we have, I'm not sure if you can see it like this.
That is
Hold on,
so
I'll see if I can flip
awesome.
it around.
Oof. Yeah, take us for a little tour.
So we have our menu. We have a smoked brisket burger, a brisket beef dip, pulled pork sandwich, a Cubano, a jerk chicken sandwich, and mac and cheese bowls. And you can put any kind of smoked meat you want in it. Brisket,
Dude.
jerk chicken, pulled pork.
You promised me you weren't going to talk dirty to me here. And you just, like, that was
I
the
always
most
like talking about my meat.
Oh, man. So again, if you're heading home right now, if you're going by Miller, hit up Carson's Q, the Grand Reopening. That Cubano, man, I'm hitting up a Cubano. I saw you when you were, you've been promoting this for a while and all these incredible things that you're putting together. I'm a Cubano guy, and that's really calling to me.
Me too, buddy. It's one of my favorite sandwiches in the whole world.
Yes, that's why we love each other so much. All right, I'll let you get back to it for the big rush home again. The address, 3027 Miller Avenue. Stop by, hit up Carson's Q, and help support this man. This is a guy who is so passionate about what he does. It's everything we encapsulate here at the Dam. Okay, so go support. That's what we're doing. Dude, have an awesome rest of your day. Congratulations. Welcome back, and we will be hitting you up a lot. I also have your tongs still from when you catered for us. I got the tongs and the big spoon I got to drop off. So I'll come by maybe early next week, and we'll talk a little more about that.
Maybe I just left it there on purpose so I could see you again.
You didn't have to do that. The Cubano was all I needed, dog. I'll go anywhere for the Cubano.
Cool. We'll chat later.
I love you, buddy. You take care. Ron
Love you too.
Carson.
Bye.
Woo, Carson's Q. Love me some Carson's Q. Man, again, honestly, that was a crutch, but that was intentional because I love all of the meat that he has. He let us have a little preview, and basically he went over everybody, including the vegetarians, with the vegetarian burger. They have it all there at Carson's Q. Okay, now, we've had one heck of a day. Should I talk about what we were doing for the last couple hours? Is that okay? No? We'll leave it. Don't spoil it. No one was spoiling. Well, if we're not going to talk about that, then I'm going to talk to this guy right here. I'm going to stand up for him. We have a guest in-house. He walked all the way from Aidan Bowman Collegiate. And that's a long walk, but he made it. And what's that? Ah, yes, we're going to transition the video right now. You come on through, follow Network Ryan all the way over there. We're going to transition the video here and we're going to get him set up.
Unless you've been living under a rock, then you would already know that I am Davey Disaster, two-time Wild Rose Sports Association Cruiserweight Champion, and you are about to witness your show with Gary Nickel right here on the Dufferin Avenue Media Network. Welcome to your nightmare.
How good would that guy have been in WCW versus NWO back in the day on your 64 at your house?
Just wish I could have played him.
Oh, Davey Disaster. This is not Davey Disaster. This is Mr. Peterson. If you go to school to where we used to go, Aiden Bowman, fight green and gold, go Bears go. You guys still have pep rallies?
Yeah, we do still have pep rallies.
Are they as fun as they used to be?
As a student, they're kind of a lot of fun. As a teacher, you're kind of like, all right.
I remember watching
pretty cool.
when the teachers would have to do skits and stuff, and we were there, and like we want to be anywhere else, like especially in like the smoke lounge or in a car drinking, because that's what kids used to do. Don't ever do that. It's not smart or cool. That's just how we sort of were back in the day. That like all those pep rallies and those mandatory, school things, they weren't as fun when we were back there. But so I'm hoping it's better.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Like they put on a good show.
Not like your hair. Your hair is incredible, dude. I haven't seen you in a while.
It's going crazy.
Woo! Is that because your goaltending stats are up and now you're like, I got to grow it out so I can look more like my heroes?
Like Grand Fear. Grand Fear did, well, I guess he had an afro.
Yeah, so it was
At a
long.
time.
just in a
Yeah, he had an
different way.
afro at a time, but
Yeah.
yeah.
He was
I don't
a
know
lot
where
of
to look.
So
This is
this is
what
your
every
camera.
guest on your show says. They don't know where to look.
Exactly. And that's why we're here. And that's why I love this show so much, because there's no one here to be like, you can't do that. You're not allowed to say that. It's the most real show in the history of anything. So you can ask anything you want. I can stand up and just give you one of these standing up. And no one's going to get mad, okay? And that's the beauty of what we have started here. So before we catch up and talk and, do our thing like we love to do, I just wanted to bring you in because we were talking through the texter machine. And you'd said that you and Mr. Bose had been watching the show. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to get the boys on. And it had me thinking, like, I have all these questions for teachers, but I didn't, and it had nothing to do with what's going on. We're first rule in this place, and that's why it's so positive all the time. No politics,
None.
no religion, ever. So we ain't doing that.
Okay. That sounds good to
Isn't
me.
that nice? Doesn't that
love
feel
this.
good to know? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is typical Gary.
Well, it's
Just
just
feel good.
life's too hard, man. Life is so damn hard out there right now. We're trying to make it easier. So that's what we're doing. So with that sort of mindset, what are some of the biggest issues that you deal between communicating with parents and students? And I know it's a little bit of a heavier one to jump in on, but
Whoa.
I just want to figure out how we not me specifically, but how parents can help teachers, because the world now is in such a strange place. I want to get some positive stuff out there so people can know, what, your kids, they're in good hands. What would you say to people asking that?
To be honest, like I would say, like my experience the last handful of years or more has been in Aiden Bowman, and like our parents are next level awesome.
Yeah.
Like I will say,
That's a shout out right there. That was good.
yeah, and even with all the stuff going on right now, people have been super, super supportive, and we really appreciate that.
Of course. I think everyone can sense that, everyone's going through stuff right now, right?
Yeah.
And that's why that's why this is the perfect time for something like this content creation studio and this movement of, you know what, we don't give a hell about what everyone else is doing out there. We don't want to do anything but lift people up. We ain't in the business of bringing people down. We're in the business of bringing people up. And with that, you can do anything, right? And that's how you can focus on, you may hear that, teachers and parents are bashing all the time, but it's not true. It's not really true. And again, crutch. Sorry, I'm counting my crutches right now. I say and again lots.
And again,
And again.
oh,
I know we could who's on first that thing for hours, but we're not going to because that's not good TV. So we'll leave it there. But just to know that everyone's hearts they're in the right place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you got that.
And if there is ever any kind of conflict, it's just a matter of how to best help somebody, or how to best, you're coming from the same place.
Are you saying that communication is all that it takes? Just communicate a little bit?
It's a big one.
Yeah.
It's a huge one.
Communicate with an open heart.
Yeah.
Put others before
not-
yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And we're working together, right? So
Yeah.
that's a big, I think when we come at it from that perspective, like a lot of positive things happen for students too. And yeah, I mean, that's like, I love our staff. I love my job.
Did you
But
did you tell anyone that you were coming on today?
I told a few people like in the hallway, and they looked very confused at me.
Perfect. We don't want anyone knowing about this, right? We want to keep it nice and low. Don't spread the word at all. Actually, that's more of a commander cookout thing.
I told other people, but everyone else at work just looked very confused. And like,
yeah.
we don't want you to be our spokesperson. That's for sure. Would have been a vibe for sure.
You know, I did get asked when I was.
Yes.
I did get asked when we were, well, when I was still at the other job.
Yeah.
About maybe coming in and speaking to the kids of Aiden Bowman as a alumni. And I thought that would have been hilariously awesome. And then I got let go. So,
I would have you in.
Would you?
I would have you in.
I'd love to speak to the kids.
Anytime.
Absolutely. But Network Ryan, you don't got to prompt me with stuff like that. I can tell when something's hot and to go with it. Come on now. So maybe we'll set that up later.
I got to say, though, I know you've probably got a list of things that you
Nothing.
really are dying
You know
to
what?
ask me about, but
Nothing. Go ahead.
I gotta give you like the most props ever.
No. No.
I taught a work ed class, I don't know, handful of
yeah.
years ago.
Yes, you did.
And I had a student that wanted to get into broadcasting. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like we're talking about what our dream jobs would be.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what, like I love Gary Nickel. I would love to do something like that. And I was like, I know that guy.
Not jabroni.
Why don't I just,
do that.
cold call him and see what he would recommend for other places to go? And sure enough, Gary's like, why don't I just bring him into the studio? And we're thinking like, okay, like helping out in some back room or whatever. Day one, moment one, Gary sends the mic across the table to this guy. And he's on live air on the Drive Home Gary Nickel show.
You know how I told you I got fired? That was part of it. I got in a lot of trouble. I did that all the time.
Oh.
Like a Big C. Shout out to Colton Wall, my man, our boy. Give me one. He did the same thing. He had, he was working with, I guess, kids with disabilities.
Yeah.
And he had some, like, hypersensitive situation, I guess you would call them, with some of his kids. And so he's like, is it okay if I bring them in here? I was like, of course it's okay. You can do that. Like, I'm all about that. Yeah. And even at that point, he had 3 guys, and like they didn't want to talk, they didn't want to do anything. And I told Big C, I said, dude, just listen. Like once you feel like this is like too much, just let me know. And he's so good. Like he works at Cosmo now.
Oh, he's the best.
He's over at Cosmo, and he's running. Like it's so crazy. He's just climbing up the ladder because he's so good at what he does. So
yeah,
he's really good in that situation. So he would let me know. Broden, I think it was Broden or Brogden. Anyways, he was such a good dude, and he was just, his eyes were so wide, and he just admired it so much. And I brought so many people in like that I didn't even think about it at the time.
Yeah.
But once I started building this thing, and that's one of the reasons I made sure that it was accessible for everybody.
Yeah.
Because I want to start not just a segment on this show, but a show all on its own about the people that we brought into those studios back then, and these incredible human beings who were so good at talking on the mic and just being real and just being awesome. Like Jamie.
Oh my God.
Jamie.
Was so great.
The only guy in the history of that whole operation to drop a live F-bomb within 2 seconds. And he was so scared. Yeah.
With you there, live radio.
And the reason I bring that dude up is because he was one of the guys I was thinking of. It's like, I'm going to get that guy a show. So I'm going to get in touch with him. He's still always commenting. I said, I see you, Jamie. I know what's going on.
He's the best.
Yeah, he's such a sweet dude.
Guy.
So maybe I'll get you in. Maybe the 3 of us could do a show.
Whoa.
Okay.
As long as we can bash this team enough.
Obviously.
That was the
Obviously. So passionate, eh? What a great kid.
This kid's in the studio 2 seconds, and Gary's got a mic in his face, and he's like, so what team you cheer for? Well, they suck. How bad they lose last night? He's just like,
yeah. This. I just want to have fun. I guess that's probably why the F-bomb came out, eh? This guy.
Can't blame him, really.
Yeah, that's so true.
Oh, man. Yeah, but that was awesome. And like,
I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, I will leave it at that. In a huge gratitude. This is the kind of guy you are, and you've always been like that, man. Like when I went to John Lake in grade 8, I switched schools in grade 8 to the rival school, and Gary took me in.
You're my dude.
You know, like I didn't know anybody else.
I was an honorary Peterson.
Yeah. Yeah. Pre-beard, believe it or not. I
That's
saw
when-
his actual face.
That's when we formed Revless. You remember Revless?
Yeah.
We
Oh,
played,
baby.
get this, we played the grade 8 grad. This guy's a legit drummer. How many bands have you played in over your life now?
after Revless, nothing else matters.
There it is.
I think that's about it.
To quote Lars and James and the boys. Yeah. So the reason we named it Revless, him and I, we were just chilling in the room, probably playing basketball in my hoops. We had a hoop thing on top of my door in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And we'd shoot and we'd slam dunk all the time, and my mom would get so pissed off. Like, stop with the dunks up there! You're gonna fall through the floor. So we'd put on our NoFX and we'd do this and that, and we're like, we're gonna start a band. And then I had a Silver Bay banner in my room, and we randomly saw it in the reflection of a mirror, and it looked like Revless Yab. I'm like, Revless Yab would be good. It's like, maybe get rid of the Yab. Revless. And then Revless headlined grade A grad at John Lake School.
We slaughtered.
It was so good. He's such a good drummer. I just did this, and I had 4 chords I was supposed to hit, and I didn't hit a single one.
I think I missed all of the drums as well.
Do you remember that big yellow?
Oh baby, yeah, that was from Aiden Bowman.
That was it.
That was from my band teacher.
That was so cool.
And
what was
yeah.
it? Was it staccato? What kind of brand was it?
I don't know, man. It had this big horn. They were all like
well,
horns.
everything,
And
yeah.
they had like 2 kick. Like,
It was weird.
It was insane. I didn't know how to play that.
Well,
I still wouldn't have it. Kurt would know how to play.
Yeah, KD.
Kurt could do it.
He can play anything. He could probably play this table into a song somehow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So what else is going on with you? Anything you want to promote? Anything good that you're doing? What's up?
I don't know, man. Our rec hockey team who appreciate your shout out
I didn't
as
want to
well.
get into it yet, but yeah, let's talk penetrators. Here
Penetrators,
we go.
we are in the finals. We
way.
lost game 1.
Uh-oh.
To no one's surprise, including the other team and the refs. They told us that.
Uh-oh.
But like we work so hard and play so good.
Of course you do.
You know.
You can't get a name like the Penetrators if you're not going hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So we were going hard.
Yeah.
And
Google.
yeah, so our next game's on Monday, and we've been slaughtering. Well, I wouldn't say slaughtering. I'd say mildly winning very close games.
Yeah.
But it's been so fun.
Entertaining
It's such a good
hockey.
group of guys.
What kind of attendance do you guys get for your games?
Like on our actual team.
No, like fans.
Oh,
let's
you
promote
know what?
this big game.
My parents came to a game.
Of course.
It's actually my dad's birthday today. Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I know. He's 74.
Son of a Marvin.
If I carried the
Are you
one.
kidding me? Man, does he still run it? Like he used to play touch football with us all the time, and he would run circles around us, and we were like teenagers. Marvin's been an athlete forever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He's
crazy.
nuts.
Happy birthday to him, by the way. Hey, happy birthday to Marvin. That's so fun. So what's the plan for the birthday?
Gonna go have some cake over at mom and dad's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Still
Maybe
the same
not
house.
today. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're
I
still
drive
there.
by all the time, and I
Yeah.
just reminisce about the rink. Best rink in all of Saskatoon for backyard rinks.
It was so good.
It was unbelievable. And then
killed it.
the best part, and the reason it was the best, was because in the summertime it was an indoor football rink. So we played like arena football in there,
Yeah.
and it was so fun.
Yeah. Oh man.
We
I
need
don't
to
know
get that
how
back.
we weren't more injured.
Well, yeah, that's a great point.
insane.
Maybe we were, and we just didn't talk about it.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
guess-
maybe that's what it is. We took a lot of beatings. And
The
then
brain
we just
injuries
wore it.
now make sense.
Yeah, the chronic traumatic encephalopathy is always high with us kids.
Yeah, yeah.
We just don't know it. The chicken wire, too. I remember when the chicken wire went up because we'd always be losing pucks, so we put chicken wire on top and then that thing. And this is something that we need to bring back is the backyard rink in a sense that it's a hub for everyone in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know? Like we all talk about, is it too much? It's too much money? Well, not the way you did it. I guess prices have changed since then, too.
Yeah.
But I just remember meeting people through your backyard rink, right?
Yeah.
Like all the kids in the neighborhood would come, and we'd all just play hockey and become friends. And like Corey Kinger is a guy that's
man.
always there. Him and your bro were super tight, and we were
Yeah,
hanging
he
out all the time.
lived over there.
Yeah, and he's coming up later today, I believe. He's coming on after us. So
Oh my God.
yeah, it's pretty cool. There might be some TV magic involved with that. I'm not really sure because we were scrambling today, but he will be on the same show as you. It's going to be like, we just do schools sponsor anything?
They ought to.
Yeah, like John Lake School should be sponsoring this because like it's just everyone
And
from
Aiden
Dale's here
Bowman.
and Aiden Bowman,
Pretty
Fight
much.
Green and Gold. If you want to, head to dufferinav.com and then you can just follow all the prompts there. Look at this. See, if you ever want to try this, go ahead, give it a try. See if you can frame it. Watch how hard it
I'm
is.
oh God.
Yeah,
this is
here he goes.
actually
Here he
very
goes.
difficult. Going towards you.
Don't crush my head. Don't. He's crushing my head.
going
He's
behind
crushing my
your
head. Yeah, it's hard.
I
like to do this one, and then get over. Yeah, it's too hard. I can't. My brain doesn't operate like that. But that's where you go.
You're doing pretty good.
Thank you. You're so kind. This is why you're here. Endorsements, advertising, sponsorship. It's all there, including content creators. We are looking for people to come on board and help us spread the good word about if you're a dink and all you care about is yourself, your days are done, man. We're not handling that anymore. We're not dealing with like that. Now is the time to care about each other again and other people. And people like you are always here to really, hammer that home. And I always, always, always appreciate that. So where's the Penetrators game?
Oh, it's at
and
Gemini 4 Arenas.
Gemini 4?
Well, I don't know. They still call it Gemini 4 Arenas.
Okay.
It's out at Grasswood.
Yeah.
And it's also like the finals for us, but it's also going to be the last night of our ASHL recreational fantasy draft.
Oh, no.
So the last
It'll
10
be a
years,
raging party.
we bet on our own division and fantasy draft our own division. We don't know who each other are.
That's insane.
But yeah.
Oh, so there's going to be a lot of stuff going on there.
I did draft Austin Morgan from the Penetrators.
I wanted to ask about.
It was a
shoutouts.
mistake, but
well, yeah, the Wing King. We all know he did. The only guy that cherry picks more than me, I think, but he can do it because he's so fast, or at least he used to be fast.
he used to be fast.
Yeah,
he used
now
to
it's
be
all about
fast.
Hammer. Hey, little Morgan, Hammer is my dude. You want a fast skater? That's your guy.
Yeah.
And we'd be, what's a good word? We'd be remiss. Is that a word I can use? Remiss.
Remiss.
I don't know if that's the right term. If we left
Remiss.
out Arnie,
He's not playing on our team anymore.
his name was on the roster.
Well, he subs in.
Okay.
He kept his jersey. So.
I'm still gonna shut him up because I love him so much.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
That guy's the
he's
best.
the best. All right, we got our next guest on Zoom here. So what we're gonna do is, what's this?
I had to bring you something.
I
had to bring you something. I really appreciate you, buddy.
hold on.
No, it's not going to replace the beer cup. That's beer cup.
Why'd you childproof it? Oh. That's unbelievable. So get a look at that real quick. Right there. Look at that. That's him on I have 2 of these inside. They're old ones that you gave me.
Yeah.
I still have them. And I'm going to add this one to my collection. This will be on set.
Lovely.
Dude, I love you so much. Hug it out. Thank you so much for being here. You are going to come back and we'll talk more business and we'll get you more involved for sure. You take care. Say hi to everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Peterson. The Dick. Love you. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Now, I was just finished talking about how this show is so live that it's like, I don't even know how it works. And that's what makes it so sweet. Just to give you an idea of where this comes from, I get up in the morning and then I watch some stuff before I start doing my gaming and get all that going. And I always tune into Comedy Now, which is just like a stand-up show. And all these comedians come through. And I saw one comedian and I laughed and laughed and laughed like, this guy's amazing. And then I saw that he was coming to Saskatoon. And then I saw that it's going to be tonight at the Capitol. So I said, I got to get this dude on and we got to promote how good this dude is. His name is Tim Nutt, and he joins now, possibly from the road. I know he was driving in. Oh, there he is. Tim, how you doing, brother?
I'm okay. Can't
Just
complain.
Yeah, how was that drive through the Blizzargeddon? That just still
Up
here.
until basically Rosetown, it was pretty good, and then it got super sketchy.
Yeah, I was worried. I saw.
It's only April. At the end of mid-spring. This is kind of par for the course, I think, for this part of the world.
Now, are you one of those type of comedians that sort of uses stuff like that in your set that's going down tonight at the Capitol? Are you going to talk about that drive-in, or do you have stuff that you sort of want to stick to?
It all depends. I kind of have a blueprint, and then I build the house when the show happens. Like, I've been doing this for 30 some odd years, so I've got a bit of a catalog. I guess it's kind of like, like the Stones. Like, oh, there's a couple they're gonna play for sure, but
Yeah.
maybe one off the new album. We'll see how the crowd goes.
That's a great point too. That's something to think about. Is when you do stand up, you are sort of a band, and you have that stuff that people are waiting to hear because they love it so much. Do you find it hard to find the right place to put in that new stuff?
No, just not at all. I see where and when it can go. I have a bit of an improv background, so
Nice.
I always kind of like the idea of let's see where this goes. And if I'm not adverse to writing or creating new material on stage in the moment. So again, like I said, I have kind of an idea of what I want to do. But depending on who's in the room and what they're reacting to and how it goes, you can sort of custom fit it, I guess, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, it does. It's exactly what we do here. Like I've been following Universal Signs since we started building this place, and they led me to these people and these things. And I watched this video about synchronicities and how all of this universal stuff works. And you were a perfect example of that. I was just randomly scrolling and I saw Tim Nutt. I'm like, that's my dude. I was telling people, like, that's my guy. I love this dude. And then I saw you were here, and then I saw it was like right away. So I just threw a Hail Mary out to you, a random email. Like, what were your thoughts when you saw that email? Does that happen a lot, or am I just a weirdo that was like quasi stalking you?
No, it's part of the interesting part about I guess I sound so ancient, modern times, but I have a conduit to the audience, for good or for bad. I have a website.
Yeah, you can plug it anytime. We're all about plugging here. Whatever you want to plug, go ahead.
It's an utter garbage fire. But it's timnutt.ca, and my email is tim@timnutt, and there's no middleman. I'm a Canadian entertainer. The emails that come to me. Sometimes I don't usually. It all depends on. But anyhow, and then I'm on the Twitter, I'm on the Instagram, I'm on the stuff. So if people reach out, most of the time it's to see if I'm available to do a show. And sometimes it's just to say nice things or to say mean things. And, that's how she goes, right? If you're going to create, how it lands is how it lands. And sometimes if you're going to, I don't worry about it, but I'm also mindful of it, if that makes sense. Like if I get lots of negative feedback, I might think about dipping out of that particular bit for a while. Or trying to make it, again, sometimes it's lost in translation, right? Sometimes what I'm trying to accomplish isn't what lands, and then I will put it back up on the blocks, so to speak, and try and tinker with it until it runs properly.
Man, I'm just hearing so many similarities between what you're doing and what we're trying to start here. And so I just want you to know I'm right there, brother, right beside you with this struggle.
And it's one of the things, I think a part of the lessons of the pandemic. And this is, I don't do a lot of material about it because I didn't think it was terribly funny.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Absolutely. I love that. Again, I'm loving you more about a second.
Where what I used to make in a year went away in a series of about 18 emails. I almost lost my marriage. I almost lost my house. Like there was a lot going on. But coming out of the pandemic and coming back into I became infinitely more grateful and more understanding of how much this job, this life meant to me. And then the other part is I'm a little bit older, a little bit wiser, I hope. And what I'm looking for is to do fun shows with good people. I'm not terribly concerned about the money. Like I like making money, but I'm not worried about getting all of it, right? If we get 50 people coming out at $20 a show, that's better than 10 people. It's $50, right? And it's sharing that out, and it's making it. I'm looking for the win-win-win. Like I want the producers to be happy. I want the audience to be happy. I want me. I want the opening acts to be happy. I'm not. I saw an interview with Jim Carrey not too long ago. And he said, we need to bring something back to our civilization, essentially, which was the concept of enough. Like, what do you need? Like, maybe we need to get rid of the billionaire mentality. Like, What kind of steak are you eating that is better than the one you could buy when you were a millionaire, kind of thing?
Dude, you are saying everything you're saying everything I've been saying on the air here all the time.
Yeah, no, and again, like I got a ticket for the Lotto Max. I haven't checked, right? If
I got one in there from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, if I got $70 million in the bank, that's great. But I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give a lot of it away. I'm going to fix some of the problems in my neighborhood. There's a food bank near me that could use the help, right? And I'm going to have nice stuff, and I'm getting a new car.
There it is. You get a little bit for yourself.
Yeah, but enough. Just the idea that you have enough, and that how are you making the world around you a better place? And not that it has to be your goal, but it also should be on your mind.
You have basically quoted every single mission statement that we've written down for this place, dude. We're on such the same wavelength. So thank you so much for giving us a couple minutes. Let's let people know what time you're going on, how people can get there, anything you want to get out there for anyone watching tonight looking for something awesome to do, like seeing you perform.
Yeah, it's at the Capitol Music Club. I hope I'm getting that right.
Oh yeah, that's it. You bet.
Yep. It's I don't know the address off the top of my head.
It's downtown. We all know it here. It's a huge place. Like shout out to Mitch
no,
and
I'm
everyone.
super excited. Part of the impetus here is my daughter is going to school here, so this was more of an opportunity for me to just come out and visit and kind of pick up some stuff as the semester ends. I don't think I'm picking up her winter jacket.
A little premature on that one, yeah.
Yeah, my big parka. You can take that home. I'm not going to need that. So yeah, I got a chance to visit with my kid, and then I'm off to Edmonton tomorrow. But I'm very excited about doing the show tonight, and I believe that if you go online to the Capital Cities Eventbrite, tickets are $15, and if you get them at the door, they're $20. So.
Just like you said, man, keeping that price low so it's available for everyone. I love that.
Well, that one wasn't up to me, but
well, that's
again, it's back to the idea, right? Like,
yeah, for sure.
I'm not looking, and it sounds so damn cliche, but I'm also looking to build a following in some respects.
Yes.
Like if you came and you had a good time and it was a reasonable price, you're happy. Yeah. So there's a pretty good chance if you see me come back, and my kid has 2 more years of school here, so odds are I am, then maybe you'll come and bring some friends and say, hey, that was a nice time. And again, my style of comedy is I'm a storyteller. I'm a little bit of a grouch, but at the same time, I'm not. You can sit in the front row at my show. I'm not going to come at you. I'd have no interest in making fun of your haircut or your accent or and I know it sounds like virtue signaling, but I'm not interested in attacking anyone in a general specific sense. Like the idea that you come to the show and it's like, oh, don't sit in the front, the comedians will get you. It's like, no, I'm an entertainer. I want you to have a nice time. I want you to go, like, at the end of the night, go, man, I was really happy that this is something that I did tonight. So if that's my goal, do I achieve it? I don't know. Maybe sometimes. Well, most of the time. I hope so.
I feel you, man. Every show I do here, it's always, you question everything you do, and we're all our own worst critics, and that's sort of why we get as far as we do.
To be. And again, there's no room to and again, this is gonna sound super judgmental, but the worst people you will meet in your life are the people that got it all figured out.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
Oh, here's the thing, we don't need to point too far around, but there's certain things you do because you're not an asshole, and you try to, you let somebody in line in front of you. You don't tailgate somebody on the highway. Looking at you, Subaru. Yeah, that guy needs a change of underwear. Just outside of Rosetown. Got fishtailing down the highway. That was kind of fun. But the idea here again is just like, what do you need out of your life? Yeah. How far? Why are you taking extra? Like it's like the bowl on Halloween, right? Yeah. Take 2 pieces, leave some for the other kids, right? Come back at the end of the night, finish the bowl off, but make sure the little kids get theirs, right? Like it's just that kind of common sense logic that I don't know where we lost the plot on that as a society. But I'm hoping that enough good examples. I'm not here to point and judge. It's just be a good example. Like try and do your best to fit in, and you don't have to like everybody. That's the other thing I don't care about. Like, I don't like you, and my response to not liking you is going to be, I'm going to go over there. I'm just over there. You stay over there, and then we don't have a problem. I don't know.
Absolutely. Oh, they still got him. Oh, there you go.
I don't
There
know.
you are. Okay.
I can just freeze for a second.
Yeah, no, we're good. So, I see that all the time now because everyone's sort of doing this whole gimmick, this dynamic that we got with like the Zoom and the calls. So, no, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much for giving a guy you've never met or heard of in your life a little visit here. And I hope next time you come through for that visit with your daughter, we can get you in studio and we can hang out a little more. I'll get you in this nice little chair and we'll really solve the world's problems.
If the show was tomorrow, I'd be happy to do that today. But this is the best we can do with what we had. But anytime. I'm a big believer in getting the message out and reaching out with whatever I just was watching a little bit before you had me on. The idea that create. Yeah. Like what a glorious thing to do with your free time.
So grateful to have.
Or time you don't have.
Yeah.
But Vonnegut, the great author, suggested that the arts is not an occupation; it's an expression of your own humanity, and the idea that we sing and we write and we do and we perform and we make the Bible says it. I'm not a particularly religious person, but make unto the Lord a joyful noise is a wonderful idea of an expression of your own humanity in some respects, where anytime you can help out or reach out or support somebody. And again, I'm not trying to sell tickets. I am trying to sell tickets, but I'm not trying to sell tickets necessarily. But the idea is if you can't go to the show, tell somebody, right? And I'm not just me, but your feckless neighbor who's learning the bass. Like if he puts a band together, buy a ticket, grab a beer,
No, I
buy their album.
Support.
Even if it's awful, like that $10 or whatever you pay for it, or is going to make a big difference in that person's existence. And isn't that the idea that we're kind of in this together as a group, and we should just be a little, just a smidge more kind.
100,000%. Yeah. No, Tim, again, thank you so much, man. Have all the fun tonight. I'm all about everything that you are about. So we will stay in touch and we'll build on this. Yeah, no, this is great.
Sure.
Again,
Anytime,
Capital
man.
tonight. Go check them out. And dude, thank you. You're awesome.
You're
I
very
appreciate you so much. And this has been fantastic for all of us
Yeah,
here. So
and good luck
you
with
take
all
care.
this.
Thank you.
Seems like you got a fun thing going here.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hey, Tim Nutt, everybody. Go check him out tonight. Give him a hand. Thank you. Woo! Holy cow. Like, you want to talk about just randomly throwing up a ball and see what happens, and then all of a sudden finding out that this comedian who you bonded with while watching him on TV turns out to be super deep and intellectual and quoting authors you never heard of? Holy, Tim Nutt, you are my dude. That is what we are all about around here. Do we even have time to run the pre-tape, LB? You want to go for it? Okay, we're going to run this because we got another big event coming up this week, and you're going to find out more about it. But do we want to transition video it? I'm sorry I went long. I sort of threw everything off. Nope. We're going to go right into it. So basically what's going on here is we are about to promote another very big event near and dear to our hearts. And we'll just roll right into it. Take it away, Lil B. In the true tradition of what this whole thing is, this content creation studio, this movement we're starting, and just being good people and helping each other. All of those things can be used to describe the Pink. In the true tradition of what this whole thing is, this content creation studio, this movement we're starting, and just being good people and helping each other. All of those things can be used to describe the Pink Wake Foundation. And this man right here, he represents this. He represents the Flamingos. He represents the Golden Bears. He represents the Lakers before they were the Lakers at John Lake School.
Lake, baby.
This guy right here, we go way back. His name is Corey King. Kinger, welcome to your show, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Get tight on that mic a little bit.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Great segue here and leading into our relationship and like you're saying, your support for the community and what's going on, and then your buddies too from way back, right? It's you had Kurt Dahl in here the other day, and
it's our little family.
Yeah,
it's so funny. We grow older. And as we grow older, you're supposed to like flow away from home and go away from your friends and family. This little group has all flown back together, which makes
amazing.
it double special.
It's amazing.
That's not lost on me at all. I'm so grateful and appreciative.
Well, and us at the Pink Wig Foundation, myself personally, really appreciate all the support that you've given us over the years. You know,
it's funny because they make it hard sometimes. You know,
right? It's like I just want my buddy to call in and promote a little bit.
People, rightfully so. There are corporations make money. That's their job.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So when you're not doing that, when you're doing stuff out of the goodness of your heart, it's sort of frowned upon.
Yeah, I get
but
that.
we found ways around
But you always did it. You're like, just call in and request a song, Kinger.
I may or may not have got fired because of it. There was a couple of reasons you're not listening. You're not listening. And again, 1,000%, I deserve to be fired. I was in the wrong. I did exactly what they told me not to do. I wear that. Right. I love everyone over there. I just want to make that clear. Those are my people over there.
Yeah, and that's amazing. But
that's the sacrifice we make, though. Is what I'm saying,
we move
right?
onward and upwards because you have certain things that you value and you stick to, and these are one of those things.
This is it right here. Here, let's go like this. If you look up there, your face is so beautiful. I don't want it to get covered up by that garb. So that'll be a little better. So there you go. So now that all the pleasantries have been said, it's so nice to see you. Welcome to this lovely studio. Tell us about the big event coming up this weekend.
Yeah, so this will be our 9th annual Pink Wig Gala.
And this is like full on back, right?
This is full on back.
The
return. Like last year we had a gala as well. It went really well, but it was kind of the first year post COVID. Yeah. You know, lots of things going on, lots of people tight with their pockets because it's tough, you know, like nobody really knew what was going on. So we had to take a couple of years off because of COVID. We are now our 12th year in operation as a nonprofit here in the city. For people that don't know, what we do is we raise out money for women in this province that are dealing with cancer, and we give them funds to help them get through that journey.
I remember, and you'll remember this too, when our good friend Doobie, may he forever rest in peace, when Doobie was on his way home, we had the little 2-year tour where we treated him to all of his most wanted things to do.
His bucket list.
Yeah. He got flown around. And shout out to the Big Tooth, man. Dr. Funkhauser did a very good thing. Anything you need, boys. Fun to take it everywhere. Like, it was so cool how everyone came together. To this day, we are all friends who would never be friends if it wasn't for our boy Doobie.
Well, no, I didn't even really know Doobie. Like, he's friends with my brother and friends with you guys. But I've now been to the events. Like, hear stories. You get, it gives me tingles to think about. Like, literally, I
remember the exact moment that this idea for you came about, because we started the shinny tournament. Because my thing was, Doobie was dying, and all my friends had money to donate. I had no money. I was in radio. There's no money for it. So I'm like, how can I help out my bestest bro as he's going on this final tour?
Yeah.
And I came up with this shinny tournament. And then Coach Mazer, he's like the master of all tournaments. He can do anything.
Yep.
Then he came on board, and all of a sudden we had the Silkomatic Classic, and it had like a good 7 or 8 year run. And at one of them, you were talking about wanting to do something like this, and you were talking to Doobie's mom, Linda.
Yes.
And it was you, me, and Linda just shooting the shit.
Yeah, at the Capitol, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. And you remember, I remember you talking and like asking questions about this and being like, how can we do this? And we were like, you know how we sort of did the fundraising through GLAD with Doobie.
Yeah.
And then just that, as that sort of came down, and you started going up the Pink Wig. So I sort of feel, and I'm not going to speak for anyone else, but I'm sure a lot of people involved with sort of our situation were sort of like, like, we're a part of this too,
absolutely. There's such a blend between it, and they both went to Bowman. And what we're speaking about with my situation is Tracy Din, who passed away.
That's what I was going to
she was obviously my girlfriend at the time, and we went through this, and she got so sick at the end, and it came so fast. But we did a big fundraiser at Scratch nightclub at the time, and shout out to Scratch.
There it is.
But we raised like $50,000. Like the community like her friends, family, people we didn't know, our friends, my friends, family, like it's just this community that came together, and she was able to not live her last dying days in a bed. She was able to go. We got to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, I saw a post that you put up from that. It's still every year. It's like,
like it's hard to really imagine what it did for her. And just
And for you, man, and for you, the closure and like, there's so much more. And unless you go through all that, like that's why we can relate so much. Because it's just like it's such life changing shit.
And like, and not to cut you off, but like just like the change, like she went from bedridden to walking miles a day. Like I was so naive, I was like, she's cured. But what it did is it gave her a chance to go out on her own terms. And so that's what we do at the Pink Wig, whether it's a bucket list, whether it's just having your loved one take some time off work. There's so many hidden costs with cancer. So that's what we do. We want to relieve that financial stress because we can't relieve the emotional or physical stress. But we hope that relieving that financial stress can help to get better and get healthy. So this Saturday,
there we go.
This Saturday, Pink Wig Foundation Gala. It's at TCU. We are already sold out.
Hold on a second. Whoa. Whoa. I didn't know it was at TCU.
We moved venues. This is our first year.
Guess what? I'm emceeing the Fire in the Kitchen cook-off also at TCU Place this Saturday.
What? Oh, downstairs. So you're going to be there.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to come say hi. That's what I'm saying. I was trying to figure out how I was going to break the news to you. I can't make it this year. I'm doing this, but I'm going to be there.
You're going to be there.
I'll come in between.
Dude, you absolutely come up. So we have lots of things going on. We are sold out. We are going to do a little special. Maybe there's 2 tickets we may give away.
I like this.
We're gonna give 2 tickets away. We're gonna do this. But first I'm gonna talk a little bit about the night. It's a wonderful night of fundraising, stories from the recipients from the last year. So you get to know where your money is going to, which is huge. It's going right to people that need it. And they tell their story. We have videos of it. We have the steadies that are playing. Shout out to Earl. Yeah. We have Harrison and Rylan and Rebecca that are doing the over dinner music. Jack Walton's gonna come in and play some music. We got lots of cool stuff going on. If obviously we're sold out, so if you don't win these tickets that we are going to give away, you can still come to the after party. It's at the Rook and Raven.
There you go.
Shout out to the Rook and Raven. They've been a huge supporter of us, and Charlie Hustle's DJing as well. So
nice.
Obviously the support, and this goes back to what we were talking about this at the start. The support in this city has been phenomenal.
Yes. Over
the 12 years that we've been in existence. It started off with our friends, and now it's blossomed into, Pink Wig has really become a huge family.
You got like a board, man. You got like board members. That's huge.
And we have over 60 women we've helped in this province.
That's the number.
So this family just keeps growing and growing and growing. So we'd love to see you if you can't make the gala because you're not going to win these tickets, which the chances are low. But hey, you never know. Come to the after party. Follow us on Pink Wig Instagram page, on Facebook.
You send me those links and we'll get them down on the describes.
Absolutely.
So I think it's link in descriptions. I'm learning these things. So we'll get that to be and we'll throw it on the screen for you.
Sounds good. So maybe we should talk about the little giveaway. What we're going to do is we're going to give 2 tickets away. When this airs, we're going to post it on our Instagram page, and we're going to just do a trivia question, just something easy. It's just a trivia question. So whoever gets in there, you have however many people, those are your odds of getting in. But we're going to give 2 tickets away for 2 lucky people to join the gala to see what we're all about. So
that's amazing. Good.
Super pumped about that.
Always giving back. Eh?
Super pumped about that. Yeah. I also have a gift for you too.
Oh no.
It's so this was a magnet that we made that Tracy, what a quote that Tracy had. And I found this, and I found it last night. Also to go with this little, just a little logo of this is our original, like way back in the day.
Shout
when we
out
were just
to
trying
the
to
OG
figure
shirt too, by the way.
Right,
like,
and the OG. This
sick,
is from
man.
this is original, 12 years ago. Still fits a kid. But I would love if you put this up somewhere on your wall.
Yeah. We will show it off
for
sure.
Pink Wig. Yeah. That's my gift to you.
Thank you so much
for your support.
No, we are going to show these off so proudly. And again, dude, I love you. I appreciate you.
I love you too, man.
You know, this is exactly what this is all about.
Absolutely.
So, and again, just so people have an understanding of what is going on. Like you said, hey buddy, can we talk about this thing? And I'm like, oh man, this is like the worst day ever to do it, but okay, I can figure this out. I got this. Come on, we can do this. And we just somehow stop talking about it and we do it. And that's what we did right now. So thank you for being a part of that and always moving things like this forward. It means the world as we try to make the world a better place and remind people, start thinking about others before yourself. That's how it all changes, right?
Yeah, man.
Put other people first for once and you'll notice such a world change.
Well, and until you go through it, you don't really know sometimes. You go through it and then it changes your psyche. It changes what you're about. It changes like how much value you put in the time that we have with our family and friends.
Man, ain't that the truth, hey? If you really want to know how valuable time is, go through that, and you'll realize, oh, okay, maybe money isn't as important.
And sooner or later, we're all going to go through something traumatic that way. So spend your time with your family, love your family, support your community. You know, support this guy here.
Support this guy. Dude, I fucking know if we... I swore now. I swore everything. Kinger, thank you so much, buddy. You take care. And I guess we'll see you Saturday night.
Yes, Saturday night. We're going to get our dance on. The steadies are going to be rocking. So thanks, everybody, for the support. Thank you, Saskatoon. Thank you, Gary. Support this man. Love this guy.
Him. All him. It's just, it's emotional. That's emotional stuff right there. Kinger, give it up. Again, the 2024 9th Annual Construction Fasteners Pink Wig Gala going on. It's going to be a lot of fun. pinkwig.ca/gala will get you there. Now, speaking of getting you there, Marge, we want to get you to just the right spot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slowly go like this. Come here. Turn around. All the way. And we're going to go for a mega cam here. Here we go. Yeah, there it is. The Maggie Cam for our fantastic pals over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Grocer? Pet's natural grocer. That's so cool. I just love Mike and Rochelle there so much. Thank you for all that you guys do. Look at this. She's moving and she's shaking. She's running the obstacle course as the Maggie Cam. I was telling Mike actually earlier today, Network Ryan, you'll be happy to hear this, as we were just talking about how awesome the Maggie Cam is. I was basically saying like the only thing people are watching for is the Maggie Cam. Like it's the star, it's the belle of the ball here. So to everybody who just thought that might be a good idea, LB, that was your like brainchild, wasn't it? Whoa, and it just came out of nowhere, just like everything else here. It just showed up, and all of a sudden we have this amazing Maggie Cam, and now we can support Maggie's actual store where we go to buy food all the time. The reason I go there is because they endorsed little old me back in the day when no one else would, and Mike and Rochelle know how important and special that is. And I think we learned today that this whole show is about that. Hey, like these guests that have come on have just been so kind, and they're just all about what we're doing, and it's so good to know that we're in the right direction as we move forward. And if you want to be a part of it, dufferinave.com, hit it up. If you want to get a show on here, we'll get your show on here, all right? We'll teach you how to do it. It's real easy, man, okay? Look at that. All you got to do, head there, and then you can hit all the proper places. And once you do that, we will be a team, and the world will become a better place. I can't bring it all the way over. My brain can't figure out cameras. I don't know what's up with that. Whew, is Frankie's fingers ready to go? Is that something we could do right now? You ready to close her off for it today? I got to go, got a little supper I got to get to. Auntie Susie called me 3 times during the show, and I had to not answer this time because we were doing other things. So we're going to go check out her new place, which is going to be a lot of fun. Time for the big finish! One day I'm just going to nail that. It's going to be great. Oh, man, I just got overwhelmed there with emotions. Holy, the love just hit me. To all of our guests. Whew. We had Ron Carson here. Again, you still got a couple minutes. Go head on over to Carson's Q, the grand reopening. My dude, I love you. I'm going to get that Cubano in my mouth very soon, my friend, so I'll be seeing you. Tim Nutt. I had no idea who he was as a person. I did not know that he shared everything that we think here. Like, that's his view. He's here to change the world, too, along with you and I. So, Tim Nutt, you're my guy. Best of luck tonight. He's at the Capitol. If you're looking for an amazing show to enjoy, it's $15 right now if you head to the Capitol site, or Eventbrite, I believe it is, one of those things. And $20 at the door, worth every single penny. He is hilarious, and his heart's in the right place. Like, how special is that? Fluffery, my man! Jeff Peterson in the house. Mr. Peterson, thank you. To all the kids at Aidan Bowman who have been taught and are still being taught by Jeff Peterson, you're the luckiest kids in the world. That dude, he cares, man. All right, so you're in very, very good hands. Oh, and Kinger, I'll see you Saturday night at TCU Place as the Pink Wig Gala set to go along with the Fire in the Kitchen cook-off, which is going to be very fun. Brooksy, thank you for always being so amazing. I appreciate you. Network Ryan, you weren't that big of an a-hole today, so thank you. You were sort of nicer. I assume it's because of all the love that was happening. And to Little B, I appreciate you more than you will ever know. I cannot wait until you're this huge tech billionaire and you think of the little guys like us here, all right? Because that's the trajectory you're going on. You are amazing. I love you. And to your family, I love everyone. And I love you. I have so much love. You want to take it out in the Maggie Cam? Let's take it out in the Maggie Cam for our good friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, or Pet's Natural Grocer. Mike and Rochelle. There she is. Margaret, say goodbye. We have to go see Auntie Susie now. I'll make sure we drop some pizza on the floor for you. It'll be good. Should I do a voiceover before? This is Maggie's voiceover. What is Brooksy looking at me like that for? Why is she doing that? What is happening? Does she have a treat? Oh, I think she does have a treat. I think I'm going to run and get that treat. We'll let her have the treat. You have yourself an amazing rest of your Thursday. Tomorrow we're going to talk playoff draft for the NHL and so much more. Have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.